Hi, it's Steve again, and in this video I want to be talking with you about courage. I want to help you gain confidence, decisiveness, and momentum through the simple context of courage. Have you thought about what does courage mean to you? How would you define courage? And to help you define that, it might be easier if you can tell me about a time when you felt really courageous, like you were stepping up to the plate, that you were doing what you should be doing at a time that needed you to be there. Can you think about it? Another question, are there people or situations in your life that you could be stepping up more today? And I'm talking about family members. I'm talking about children, parents, uncles, aunts, spouses, significant others, co-workers, employees, if you're the employer. Are there people or situations that you could be stepping up more today? If you had more courage, how would that be affecting how you interacted with these people today? Another question, what do you tend to worry about or fear most in life? Again, these are things that are kind of on the unconscious or subconscious. We tend to go through life and mute out some of these concepts that I've been talking about. We just don't ever think about courage and how it's affected me. We don't think about what I'm afraid of or what I'm worried about. Or if we do, it's fleeting, or for some of us, it's a way of life. Some people worry, it's called tertiary gain, not even secondary gain. I worry and I get attention, or I worry and I get people concerned about me, or I worry. Most of the time, the science is very clear on this. Most of the time, 90% of what we worry about never come true anyway. And the majority of what we worry about, we have no control over how it comes out. I have no control over the weather. I can't control rain, storms, lightning, tornadoes, hurricanes. That's just one example. Most of the things that we worry about, we have absolutely no control about. The only thing we can control is how we act or react or think or feel about a situation. We can control ourselves. We can't control those external things. Here's another deep question, and again, these are kind of rhetorical, but just some examples of what we do in coaching. And we'd really drill down a lot more. I'm going high level on the surface. But I think us talking through these issues help teach us about ourselves. We learn more, again, with that mirror being held up, we can see ourselves and we learn more about these concepts and constructs. But is there anyone in your life who you feel you're not being more honest with when it comes to your true feelings? That is a very loaded question. Is there anyone in your life that you feel like you're not being completely honest with when it comes to your true feelings? My hunch is that we humans are conditioned over time. We learn who we can be honest with. We learn who we can't be honest with. We learn by actions and reactions who to be ourselves around and who to maybe put up a little mask around. And if you really want to live courageously, if you want to live in congruence, I would try my best to move more toward what you see is what you get, and having the courage with people around you, and mainly as loved ones, of letting them know, this is who I am, and being okay with that. If you had more courage, what would you stop doing right now? That's not a loaded question. It's not really a rhetorical question, but if you had more courage, what would you stop doing right now? And then the flip side of that, with more courage, what would you start doing? What have you been wanting to do, but yet you felt, for some reason, you felt a lot of fear around it, you felt anxiety, you felt embarrassment. For whatever reason, it's kept you from starting that or doing that or being that. So it's a good question. If you had more courage, what would you start doing right now? When we look at this construct of courage, I can help you with an awareness, can help you really unpackage and discover those things that you're fearful of and that you might have been keeping the truth from yourself or from other people. Can help you to express your real thoughts, your feelings, your needs, and ambitions to yourself and to others. We're conditioned sometimes to keep all this stuff in. And I can also, dealing with courage, it can help you consistently creating and responding to challenges in our lives simply by taking action instead of being paralyzed by fear. I talk with you a lot about intentionality. If we're intentional about being courageous, it affects all areas of our lives. It affects what I tell myself. It affects how I present to others. It affects how I interact with others. So my goal for me is complete congruency. Is what you see is what you get. What's on the inside is what's coming on the outside. So I really want you to think about this whole construct of courage. It's not just somebody, you think of courage, the Lion King, some of those courage is so much deeper and so much personal, more personal than I think what we realize. And it can make a huge difference in your personal performance, especially high achievers. When you basically unpackage courage and how we've been conditioned based on our environment, our experiences, but when we can start taking those out one at a time and looking at them, turn it around, see it, the good, the bad, the obvious, the subtle, then we can start putting back positive behaviors that help us be a better person. I'd love to connect with you. My email's below, my phone number's below. You can click a link to schedule a call. You can click a link to call me. You can click a link to email me. I'd love to connect with you and see if I can help you be a better you tomorrow than you are today through my high performance coaching program. It's not just about how are you feeling today. Okay, you're here. I want to help you get a plan to go here. I approach it with a framework that deals with constructs that are universal, that helps all of us humans. And again, I'm in self-improvement every day of my life. I've got the spotlight on every day of my life. I have to show up with energy, with courage every day of my life. I'd love to help you do the same. Reach out, connect. Let's go from here.